Where is Kobe on your all-time list?
Easily top 10, probably top 5. He's not my GOAT because he's number 2 as an off guard. He didn't eclipse Jordan. So because he didn't eclipse Jordan, he's number 2.
Wow. Kobe Bryant. Where's Kobe Bryant?
I'd put him, he's in my top 10.
What the
Huh? Top 10?
What kind of is that?
There's Shaquille O'Neal, and there's Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, and there's Magic Johnson.
You think that Kobe Bryant is anywhere between 7 and 11?
Where do you have him?
I got him at 11. That's why I have him.
What?
Yes, I have him outside the top 10. Yes.
11.
James,
Keep
Jordan,
going.
Jabbar, Chamberlain, Russell, Magic, Bird, Duncan, Olajuwon, Diesel. Those are the 10 guys that I had him. With that being said, now
what the hell?
They called him selfish. They claimed he couldn't win without Shaq. They insisted he'd never measure up to Jordan. For years, the spotlight was harsh on Kobe Bryant. Critics questioned his legacy, doubted his greatness, and painted him as yesterday's star. Meanwhile, the media rushed to crown LeBron James as the future face of basketball before he even secured a single championship. The storyline was clear. LeBron was rising, Kobe was fading. But what everyone overlooked was this. Kobe had something no headline could define. The Mamba mentality doesn't bend to narratives.
Where is Kobe on your all-time list?
Easily top 10, probably top 5. He's not my GOAT because he's number 2 as an off guard. He didn't eclipse Jordan. So because he didn't eclipse Jordan, he's number 2. And because we're making the argument about LeBron in terms of his versatility, being a guy that could play 4 different positions, being a point forward, being a guy that's a 27-point per game scorer, and kind of things that he's been able to do. But LeBron's resume, in a lot of people's eyes, 10 NBA Finals, 4 MVPs, 4 championships. I look at Kobe, and even though I would rather have Kobe, particularly in tight situations, but when you talk about the off-guard position, I think it's MJ and then it's Kobe. My attitude was Kobe's number 2 off guard, so automatically I didn't think about him as the GOAT.
What truly defines greatness in the NBA? It's not regular season trophies. It's not stat sheets filled with triple-doubles. And it's not even climbing the all-time scoring ladder. The real measure comes when the spotlight is brightest and careers are cemented in history. The currency of greatness is simple: championship rings. By that standard, the scoreboard reads, Kobe Bryant, 5. LeBron James, 4. Case closed, right? Yet somehow, the debate continues.
As much as I like LeBron, and he's one of the greatest I've seen, why do they just brush him past Kobe Bryant?
I was just about to say that.
You know, because, you get these guys always say, well, Charles ain't on this list because he don't have a ring. That's fair. I accept that. But Kobe's got 5 rings, and he's the closest I've seen to Michael Jordan. Why? Because we're living in the moment. And he's got 2 more rings than LeBron. In my top 5, Kobe's number 6, LeBron is number 7. Listen, and that's no disrespect, but I'm not going to move LeBron past Kobe. I don't think that's fair.
The doubt began early. Critics claimed Kobe Bryant was simply riding Shaquille O'Neal's dominance. 3 titles with the Diesel, and suddenly Kobe was painted as nothing more than a sidekick, Robin to Shaq's Batman. The media fed that story, ran with it, and sold it as fact. But when Shaq moved on, everything changed. Kobe didn't collapse. He didn't chase another superstar. He didn't join a ready-made super team. He stayed in Los Angeles, carried the franchise on his shoulders, and delivered 2 more championships, back-to-back, this time as the unquestioned leader.
I don't want this conversation. When I retire, I don't want people to say, okay, he only won because of Shaq. As unfair as that is, Magic never won without Cap, right? Michael never won without Scotty. Here I am getting stuck with this argument, which is not fair, but yet this is the argument people will make, and I'm not okay with that. So therefore I knew, okay, I gotta go.
And while Kobe was carrying the Lakers through the fire, what was LeBron doing when the pressure mounted in Cleveland? He was plotting his exit. The decision, an hour-long TV spectacle just to announce he was leaving his hometown team to join Dwayne Wade and Chris Bosh in Miami. It was the birth of the modern super team. And even with all that star power, LeBron's first finals trip with the Heat ended in defeat. Kobe? He never staged a breakup on live television. He never had to stack the deck with other prime superstars. For 2 decades, he stayed loyal, bleeding purple and gold from start to finish.
The answer to the question everybody wants to know. LeBron, what's your decision?
In this fall, man, this is very tough. In this fall, I'm going to take my talents to South Beach and join the Miami Heat.
Why?
Like I said before, I feel like it's going to give me the best opportunity to win and to win for multiple years. And not only just to win in the regular season or just to win 5 games in a row or 3 games in a row. I want to be able to win championships, and I feel like I can compete down there.
Let's take a moment to talk about loyalty. 20 years with one franchise. Through championship parades and through seasons without playoffs, through injuries, criticism, and everything in between, Kobe Bryant never wore another jersey. He was a Laker from his first game to his last. In today's NBA, that kind of loyalty isn't just rare, it's almost extinct. Now look at LeBron James, Cleveland to Miami, back to Cleveland, then on to Los Angeles. For different chapters if you count his second Cavs stint separately. Always moving, always searching for the next best chance at a title. Always building or joining the newest super team.
The greatest who's ever wore the purple and gold. For 20 years, he thrilled us. He made us scratch our head. What did we just see? What did we just witness? And he gave us 5 NBA championships.
Now here's where things get even more interesting. Let's break down those championships. Kobe's 5 rings didn't come easy. In 2000, he battled Reggie Miller and the Pacers. In 2001, he faced Allen Iverson at the height of his powers. In 2002, it was Jason Kidd and the Nets. And when critics claimed he couldn't win without Shaq, Kobe answered by taking down Dwight Howard's Magic in 2009 and then conquering the Celtics' Big Three in 2010. That last one meant everything. The 2010 finals weren't just about a trophy, they were personal. It was redemption against the same Boston team that had humiliated the Lakers 2 years earlier. Game 7, all eyes on him, and Kobe rose to the moment, silencing every doubt. Now let's shift to LeBron's road to his titles. His first 2 rings came in Miami alongside Dwayne Wade and Chris Bosh. His third, in Cleveland, but sealed only after Kyrie Irving hit the biggest shot in franchise history. His 4th arrived in the bubble, this time with Anthony Davis, another top 5 player in the league. See the pattern? Every championship required a super team. Every banner depended on another superstar sharing the weight. That's not just circumstance. That's consistency.
Basketball on the court, complicated shots, shooting over taller opponents, footwork with extraordinary grace, the elan vital of the athletic balladry that he put on that court. I think there has been nobody better than Kobe Bryant. I think with the kind of will to win and playing through injury. Here's Michael Jordan. He's sick in one game, has a temperature. Scottie Pippen has to take him off the court. Oh my God, look at him. This man played with a broken finger and won a championship, had to rotate the ball off of the broken finger. I'm not denying the genius of Michael Jordan. I'm saying Kobe Bean Bryant, in my estimation, was the greatest basketball player. Studied the game, was a student of the game, worked harder than anybody else, including Jordan, to do what he did. That's why I think he's the greatest of all time.
What truly set Kobe apart, what even LeBron couldn't match, was the killer mentality. Kobe pushed through injuries that would sideline most players for months. Torn ligaments in his shooting hand, he kept playing. A fractured finger, still on the floor. Sprained ankle, barely missed time. And then there's April 12, 2013, one of the most unforgettable moments in sports history. Kobe tears his Achilles tendon, an injury that ends seasons and sometimes careers. But instead of collapsing, he hobbles to the free throw line, drains both shots, and walks off the court on his own. That wasn't just toughness. That was something beyond human. That was the Mamba mentality.
As tough as he is, he was writhing in pain. So if you see Kobe writhing in pain, then you know it hurts.
Yeah.
And dislocations hurt.
Yeah.
And he had there's different degrees of dislocations. Mm-hmm. And if you can see my face, I really had to put a lot of traction on that bone to get it back in place. That's how dislocated it was. Mm-hmm. I put it in, and as soon as I did, you could just see that his pain went away. anybody else would have still been in pain, but he
walked right back on the court.
Yeah, before I could even tape it, because I wanted to tape it, he was already gone.
Now compare that to LeBron's style. The cramps in the finals, the dramatic walk-offs when the game slipped away, the load management, the stretches of coasting through regular season nights. LeBron plays the long game, careful, calculated, always thinking about longevity. Kobe was the opposite, raw, relentless. Every single night, he emptied the tank. That's why opponents didn't just respect Kobe, they feared him in a way they've never feared LeBron.
I just don't get it. What was the purpose of him just showing up in street clothes? You're not going to play. I did not agree with this decision, guys. I thought LeBron in this situation was selfish. He knew he wasn't going to play. He could have did exactly what Giannis did. Show up, put the uniform on. I'm here to support you guys, but I'm not going to play. The mere fact that he got on a flight and had to fly, and he's talking about his ankle and foot discomfort, the swelling goes on when you're up in the air. I did not agree with LeBron's decision. He showed up late. If you're not going to play, give someone else an opportunity to fill that spot. I disagree with LeBron's decision on this one.
But don't just take the fans' word for it, listen to the players who lived it. Charles Barkley, never shy about his opinions, has long placed Kobe ahead of LeBron. Why? Because Kobe carried a killer instinct. As Barkley put it, Kobe wanted to rip your heart out. LeBron? He'd rather be your friend. And that's not just talk, it's perspective from someone who battled both and knows exactly what it takes to compete at the highest level.